Hello and welcome to Scott Rotary Seals. I am Brain Rodman. I'm the General Manager of SRS. My family is from the local community here in Olean, and many of you may know my wife Jennifer, Mrs. Rodman, the third grade teacher at Eastview. For over 60 years, SRS has been designing and manufacturing highly engineered products that support the rotating equipment industries. Our three key products are rotary unions, timing valves, and babbited bearings. The SRS team consists of engineers, a sales team, accounting, and office support staff, as well as the manufacturing operation consisting of CNC machinists, bearing cell, assembly and test technicians, quality technicians, and our talented welders. SRS is labeled as a great place to work by its employees. We look for individuals who are self-starters and are strong team players, has strong mechanical aptitude, and comes to work every day with a flexibility mindset. In a typical day here at SRS, I find myself doing strategy planning and sales for a portion of the day, and then aside from running the business, I will find myself on the shop floor helping my team manufacture our precision components. It's a true team culture at SRS, where everyone wears multiple hats and chips in to drive for our team's success. You can be a part of our winning team culture by applying on the SRS website, or I encourage everyone to consider partnering with SRS for our engineering and our tech school internships. On behalf of myself and the SRS family, I want to welcome all of you to our virtual tour. As well, when the pandemic is over, I encourage each of you to come down and visit us.
My name is Troy Giberson. I'm the production leader here at Scott Rotary Seals. We're currently in the engineering department where they design and make the drawings for our rotary unions and rotary timing valves, and they will be made in the production area later. So your first question might be, what's a rotary union? A rotary union is a piece of equipment that allows a stationary fluid to transfer to a rotating member. You might have an example on an excavator where you have hoses that need to spin around 360 degrees. So your hoses would go in here on your rotating portion, and on your stationary portion they would go in here, and that would allow the excavator to turn 360 degrees without ever kinking hoses. So let's head out to the shop and I'll show you how we put them together. Our raw material comes in and starts here. You can see an example here of a rotary union shaft before it's made. So once the raw material is here, each one of our machinists will take that material, take it to their machine and start the machining process. So you can see here they're turning some of our rotary unions, and you can see here they've done the first step on the turning process. So they've taken the raw material and turned it down for the first step. Once this is all completed, it'll look similar, larger version of this. And once that's done, it'll go over to our mill. This is our CNC mill here, and you can see there's a shaft, a rotary union shaft, very similar to this one, just larger, in the machine right now. And you can see that he's putting the holes in the top of the rotary union shaft right here. And those holes will be what transfers the fluid from the rotating portion to the stationary portion here. So this is the stationary portion there. He's putting the holes in so the fluid can pass through there, and then it'll come out through our flow passages into the rotating member. And that'll allow your hoses to never kink and rotate 360 degrees. So this is our newest part of the building here. This is the bearing finishing cell that we're just about finished with. This is where all of the babbitt bearings will be assembled and do the final testing on them. So I'm assembling a babbitt bearing right now, putting the end seal on this bearing. Our babbitt bearings go in various different industries. A lot of them go to oil and gas, some go to air separation, and so forth. The babbitt bearings actually go inside the core rotating equipment at many refineries and are considered a critical component by many different companies, such as refineries and even some hospitals and so forth. Once all the machining is complete, all the parts go to our inspection department for final inspection. We have a climate-controlled inspection room, so we ensure all our parts are pass final inspection before they go to the field. So Carter here is doing an inspection on some rotary union shafts, measuring all the critical dimensions to make sure that they pass and fit form and function wise, they will have no issues when they get to the field. So once they are completed in here and he signs off that all the critical dimensions pass final inspection, he will take them over to our assembly department where they will begin assembly on our final assembly of the rotary unions. This is a final inspected part that can now go to final assembly, and I'm going to pass you over to Crystal. But before I do, I thank you for coming.
SRS is a specialty shop. We do not mass produce thousands of parts at one time. As you can see here, we have a variety of shapes, sizes, and materials of all the different types of rotary unions and timing valves that we have produced. We have anywhere from aluminum to 316 stainless to Inconel, carbon steel. These are used in a variety of industries. For example, this one over here was used at Procter & Gamble in assembling or sealing the Tide pods. This one here is used in bottle fillers, and it will take the Gatorade and fill that into any of the bottles. This one here, this odd-shaped square one, is used in spin welding of plastics. This little timing valve here has 4 stations, and it is involved in pill inspection. Some of the standard stuff, this one and these, are used in a variety of different industries as well. It all depends upon the customer's application. So as you can see, we're not a mass producer of any size or types. We specialize in custom design specifically for the customer's needs and applications. Once engineering has completed the job packet, it comes in here to assembly test. They take out of the job packet the bill of material. They'll get a job bin, and it will be labeled with the part number and the serial number. Everything that goes out of here has a serial number on it. So each of the job bins are labeled according to the project, whether it's spare parts, repairs, or a new unit. Our hardware cabinets are in order as they are on the bill of material. So the first item on this bill of material are bearings, which we will start all the way over here to the left. So this item is calling out for a 6007 bearing. All the drawers are labeled with the parts. So we'll take out the bearing. Typically most of our products have 2 bearings in it. The next one is a 6006. Take that out. Check that off. And then the next item on the list is the dynamic seal. So then we'll move over to the cabinet with the dynamic seals. This is calling for a 2-inch Dynaseal. So we'll go to the drawer with a 2-inch Dynaseal, count out the 4 seals that we need for this item. The next item on the list would be a static O-ring of some kind, whether it's Buna, Viton, or FDA material, depending on where the product is going. We'll go to the drawer, find the right size O-ring, count that out, put it in the bin, and then the hardware. Usually we'll need a snap ring, some dowel pins, or possibly socket head cap screws to hold everything together, and they're in order as we go down through. Once all the parts are completed from subcontract and ready to be assembled, the boxes with all the parts and the parts are here at the bench. The assembly tech will take the drawing and start assembling the parts, putting in the seals into the housing, and then pressing on the bearings as needed. And then the 2 items will go together to be completed as one assembly. Once our product has been assembled and tested, it will come out here to our shipping area where we have the job packet that has our customer name on it. And this part is actually going to Caterpillar. This is going to be a large rotary union used in their manufacturing of parts there. So we want to make sure that all the parts are wrapped nice. We don't want them to get dinged in shipping, whether it's UPS or FedEx or truck. Sometimes the parts can get damaged. So we take some foam and we wrap up the parts nice and tight, and then seal them so that it's protected. Depending on the size of the box or the part, we will either use a cardboard box, different sizes, or we do have some wooden boxes or crates. I want to thank you for coming to Scott Rotary Seals. I hope you enjoyed your manufacturing tour today. So in the future, as you drive by our building here on Franklin Street and you're with your friends or family, you can tell them what you saw and what we make here at Scott Rotary Seals.